I believe that we are actually live. Yep, I think so. Okay, if everyone can hear us loud and clear out there, let me know. I'm going to drop the opening of the show right now. Let's see, let's do it. Boom.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation.
Make sure you guys subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell so you can be notified. We are live. Okay, so we've got the guys from Palmetto State Armory here. They don't know we do jazz hands. They're finding out right now. Let's get jazz hands going, guys. It looks like this. Come on, babyface. Let's see. Can we get the Palmetto State guys? You got to do a nice, rigorous jazz hands. Come on, Dale. You got to do it. There you go. We got him to do it. We are live. We are live. I hope you got your big girl panties on. We are live. This is episode 418 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. Our guests, obviously, are Josiah, Dale. I think we've got someone else from Palmetto State Armory joining us. And, of course, we've got Babyface P in here. What's up to Babyface P? The show tonight, the podcast is brought to you by Safety Harbor Firearms, Walter, and the rest of the family over there. Shout out to those guys. Thanks to them. Please, as everyone's coming in, smash the thumbs ups and all of that. We appreciate it. If you have questions for these guys, we will get into that here in a second. So let's go. There we go. So we've got Josiah. I don't know if you can wave a little bit over there. That's what everyone calls you, right, Josiah, I'm assuming?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, awesome. And then we have Dale.
Yep.
There he goes, Dale. We've got both of these guys here from Palmetto State Armory. And you guys are in South Carolina?
That's right.
Yes, there you go. Okay, South Carolina. So thanks for coming on. I'm sure everyone's already punched out over there. You guys are working overtime.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. More than happy to.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot. Shout out to Andrew. Andrew gave us a couple of bucks here. Thanks, Andrew. We appreciate it. Okay. So let's get into this. Let's just jump in and talk. I mean, everyone out there, I think, in the gun world knows Palmetto State Armory. I think you guys have been growing and expanding here. So that's the biggest thing that I want to talk about. But Josiah, how can you, for the folks out there who never heard about you, they never heard of PSA. They've been living on the moon or something. You know, they got left behind since the last time we were up on the moon. What can you tell the folks out there?
Well, start from the beginning. We started out, it was just my brother and I in a garage, and we were selling ammunition and magazines. And then with politics, Obama happened to get elected, and overnight we went from having all this inventory. You know, I was working 60 hours during the week, you know, answering emails, phone calls on the weekends, doing gun shows and stuff, and then overnight we were the only one with product left in a 4-car garage, just packed with product, just coming out the windows and stuff. But anyway, so overnight it was just like a vacuum. Everybody had ran out of magazines, ammo, everything, and then we were the only ones left. So that's kind of how our name started to get out there, was with the election. And then once that started, we got into the AR-15 business. We were very much vertically integrated, and we get by accident the company that we were buying Magpul PMags from sent us a box of buffer tubes by accident. So we're like, hey. So we asked them, and we put them online, and they sold overnight. And so, long story short, we started making. We started finding out for each part who actually made it, and ordering direct from the supplier versus a distributor. And then that started the vertical integration of us into assembling our own ARs. And now we've been in the process for the past 5 years of becoming horizontally integrated and start actually making our own stuff. We own almost 400 CNC machines at this point.
Wow.
Dale is one of our engineers. So we actually, people don't realize we actually employ almost 800 people right now. We've got a team of engineers, and there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline that's coming out, and we're actually making our own stuff right now.
Yeah, those are big numbers.
Yeah.
800
no
people?
joke.
Wow. 400 CNC. There's literally, for every 2 people, there's a CNC machine.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's amazing. That growth happened in what kind of time frame again? Since 2013, you said? Or
since 2008.
2008? Okay.
2008, yep.
Okay. Awesome. So there are some questions coming in here, Babyface. I don't know where. Listen, this is the thing. I'm going to tell you what the question everyone wants to ask first. They want to know about the MP5. And what is it? The PSA 5 or
PSA 5, yes.
yeah, PSA 5. So can we just get that out of the way? Dale's ready to get that out of the way.
I would like for that one to go ahead and get answered. Yes.
Yes.
So we are still working on the PSA 5. It is a work in progress. I do not have a date.
Mm-hmm.
We have hired more engineers to work on that project. It's a we're trying to be as true to the original product as we possibly can, and that is a very complex design. We've actually got new guys coming in that have experience with that platform, and it's still in progress. We're not doing away with it. It's coming to market. I just don't have a date as to when.
Yeah. I think that there's no listen. There's lots of temptation for people to want you guys to rush it out there, but I would recommend I want to
get it right the first time.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there have been issues in the past where multiple generations of product had to be released, and I don't think anybody here wants to see that again.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a big push on doing this thing the right way.
Yeah, absolutely. Do that, everyone. Just be patient. Wait, you're gonna get a nice MP5 clone.
Listen, if you need some field testing, send me the NDA.
Yeah, sure, baby.
Hank and I will shoot the shit out of it.
You think I never offered my services? Every time I talk to Josiah, I'm like, listen, I can help you test it, man. So go ahead. Go ahead,
In the meantime, there is a really cool subgun that we've got that is a direct competitor to that MP5. You guys...
Yes, if you're going to show us something.
Get you an AKV.
Oh, here we go.
You can.
Look at that. Yes. Very nice. The AKV. This is the reissue, right? You guys just reissued the AKV.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. All right. So where I don't know where people want to jump into here, because I know there's a ton of questions already coming through on the screen. I can see a lot of things going in. Babyface, do you have stuff you want to jump into?
Somebody was asking, how do you guys keep yourselves so awesome all the time? Let's see, where else? Somebody was saying, when you're going to come out with an MP5 and 10 millimeter?
Oh boy. Yeah.
Well, we can talk about that for a second. I mean, there will be a family of that product, right? So you start off with the original, and then you do different barrel lengths, you do different calibers. Absolutely, we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if 10 millimeter is one, but there will be for sure different calibers.
Nice. That's exciting. That's super exciting. There was a question about who's making your guys' meme lowers now, because that has become like a big thing for you guys, is making meme lowers.
Yeah, especially. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, you guys are making a name for yourselves as the meme lower company, and it's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, it all started on AR15.com. A guy, he ordered on a Tuesday and expected in Arizona, and he ordered ammo and thought it should be to his house by that Sunday, and it went 5 business days from the East Coast to the West Coast, and that started out of that thread. He called everybody who was calling him out on it a bunch of poop flinging gremlins. And we made the first meme lower because we're actually we CNC our own lowers. A lot of people don't realize that we have almost 400 CNC machines, but so all these meme lowers came out of that thread so far, and now we're starting to take other people's ideas on Facebook and put those into lowers and current events like the Area 51 lower that's coming out soon.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night, guys, the Area 51. That actually looks pretty good. A lot of people were asking who does the graphics over there. I like the graphics on that one.
Yeah, we actually, on AR15.com, there's a guy, his handle on there is Brickworks. He's done 90% of our artwork for it. Shout out to Brickworks. He has done a great job. We do a little bit in-house, but he's done a great job for us.
Okay,
That's awesome.
Yeah, big shout out to Brickworks. By the way, we do stuff here with Palmetto State Armory, so I know Lola might throw up some links and things like that. These guys send us stuff to test, as well as we do some affiliate stuff just to get all of that out of the way, full disclosure for everyone. How many? So I know this is pre-order for the Area 51 lowers, right?
Yes.
Okay. How many of those you guys planning on making a limited run or?
Well, we've other lowers. We've made it a limited run. We've like with the 1776 we made of which meme was that one that we made 1,776 of?
Betsy Ross.
The Betsy Ross. It wasn't the actual Betsy Ross one, but the one previous to it with the 13-star flag. So we limited that to 1,776, and it sold out like that. So this time instead, like with Area 51, we're putting a time limit of a week on it. It's like, hey, come and get it. It's going out of stock on midnight this coming Sunday, and so it's basically a pre-order of how many, and then if we sell 6,001, we'll make 6,001.
Right. Okay.
Hank and I were talking about this last night, and I was like, because Hank and I both like collecting lowers. That's just one of those things. If I bought a meme lower every time you guys came out with one, I would be freaking broke constantly.
You also would run out of room.
Oh God, yeah, I'd be able to stack them in my safe.
But they're cool. So what happened to the? I don't know if you guys want to respond to that, but what happened to the? What was it? Poop flinging gremlins. What happened to that one?
It was we did a limited run of 500. Just we could tell that's what we had the demand for at the time. We had no idea that it was going to jump morph into this giant meme lower trend, and so it was just 500. It was called the PFG 15 Brickworks. He just happened to be a graphic designer, and he made the logo for us, and we called it the PFG, the Poop Flinging Gremlin 15, and the serial number was actually Poop 0000. And then the selectors were like fling, throw, and it just it was. I got so many calls from so many FFLs. They're like, "Is this really Poop?" And the serial number, and it was.
Yeah.
So, but after that, guys started requesting new ones, and we just started doing it.
Yeah, that has to be classic, big collector's item right now, right?
Oh yeah, they're going for about $1,000 right now if you can find one.
Whoa.
Wow.
500 of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
You ever think about reissuing that, or once you guys put them out, there's no more, right? No more.
Nope, there's no more. Once we're done, we're done. That it adds to the value and the collectability of it.
Oh, yeah.
There's guys who have one of every single one, or even more of that of every single.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Please throw up your collections of PSA lowers on social media. Tag me. I'm sure someone every now and then throws up their collection, right? Does someone throw up pictures and stuff like that every now and then of their collection of lowers?
Yeah, every once in a while you'll see it.
Yeah, that's got to be
we
amazing.
see it a lot on like on AR15.com and on Facebook and stuff. We'll see all across, different forums and Instagram and whatnot. We'll see that a lot. Yep.
Yeah. So here I've got the pants. The pants says, "I admit it. I bought the ATF meme lower."
Yes.
There's a bunch of those out there. I'm trying to go through. I don't know if you see any other questions here.
There are so many that it's hard to. And I don't want to jump ship too quickly from topic to topic. Well, one person's asking for 545. Do you guys have any plans on doing a 545 AK?
Yes, absolutely. There is an AK-74 in the works right now. We are actually receiving prototype parts for those guns as we speak, and testing will commence shortly.
Please.
Yeah, Babyface, you're not allowed to test that.
Please bring the 545 and make it popular. I love the 545, but it's like, it's after the 7 and 6 ban, it just died, and I hate it because I love 545.
You run into the whole chicken and the egg thing, right? If nobody sells a good gun for it, nobody's going to carry the ammo.
Exactly.
We're actually big enough that we can work with several ammo companies to make sure that's going to be available when these guns.
Yeah,
I love it. This is making me. I own a 545 Crank, and it's just my favorite gun all around. Everybody on the chat knows it's my absolute favorite gun. So I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah, I think if we ever get that out there, it's going to be insane. It's going to be really crazy. You're going to probably be selling cases of ammo along with the guns.
To me, alone.
Yeah, not that these. Yeah, you guys aren't worried about that at all, right?
Nope. So, and speaking of 545, we've got the KS47, which is the 7.62 by 39 that takes the AK mags. What we also have on our list of things to do is the KS74, which is the matching partner to that takes the AK-74 mags in 545.
Okay.
So you AR, to go along with that AK.
Oh, okay. Let me throw up. I've got the KS47 right here. Bam. We actually did a video on this. I don't know if you guys we did do a video, but what happened is YouTube is going after a bunch of our videos. So if anyone's looking for our video on this, you'll actually find it on Gunstreamer. I don't know if you are you guys familiar with Gunstreamer? I don't know whether you guys.
I am, yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Does Palmetto State have a channel on Gunstreamer yet?
Not that I'm aware of. We do not now.
Oh, okay. You guys should get one up there. If Gunstreamer works a lot like YouTube. They've got an app, iPhone, Android, and all that. But what they'll do is they'll pull everything from your channel and put it up there. So if YouTube shuts your channel down, you'll have stuff up on Gunstreamer. And every time you guys throw up videos, they do it. So that's what we do with our stuff. And then what I've noticed lately is a lot of videos have been getting demonetized. So, and then they suppress the discovery of it. So, and then I think once you rack up a certain amount of those, they really go after you. There's been guys, I've been meaning to talk about it. There's guys that had their whole entire channel demonetized, like Honest Outlaw. I don't know. Someone will have to help me out there with the other guys. I know Honest Outlaw is one of them. I was looking at Boy talking about this the other day. So that's why I'm just giving a little plug there for Gunstreamer. I would recommend lots of people do that. So,
now that Hank's brought the mood down, what's the word with the changes you guys have made to the AK-47? Because the original ones were not milled. Original ones were cast trunnions, and you moved to
very, very first ones were cast.
And you moved to forging.
We went to billet trunnion, bolts and trunnions after that, and here recently we have gone to complete forged parts in the receiver.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I don't know where you guys posted that at, but I saw it somewhere, and like you guys have a picture of like the raw forgings, and it's super cool because it bolt, carrier, all the stuff, just raw forgings, which is neat.
Yeah, so that's the GF3, the AK GF3. That is the all forged, rock and roll. What's his name? Rob did the whole test on that gun.
Robski.
Oh yeah, yep.
The toothpick test.
Mm-hmm.
How So we've talked about this a little bit before on the show. How tough is it to get into forging? I know you guys are kind of in a unique position because you're wanting to bring a lot of stuff in house. How tough was it to break into that?
Well, there's really only one way to do it, and that's find somebody that's really good at forging and buy that company.
Okay.
It's not something that you do. You just don't go and say, I'm going to start. I'm going to go build a forge. You can't do that.
Yeah,
it's a
for sure.
Completely different path. And I've been in mechanical engineering for 15 years. And I have no idea. I would not even know where to start with that. I mean, it's just it's a completely different way to make parts, and that's the only way to do it. You buy somebody that knows what they're doing.
So did you guys do that, or are you about to do that, or?
We did. We do. JJ, our parent company owns the forging company that makes all of our forgings.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Does that also happen in South Carolina, or?
I don't know that they would want us to disclose.
Okay,
where it
right. Okay.
But we do own a forging company. We do outsource some as far as receivers, air receivers and stuff. We're still doing some of that, but eventually we'd like to be fully vertically integrated. But we are forgings from other companies and stuff.
Okay.
But we do forge a lot of our own stuff.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I don't think anybody else does that in the U.S. at least for AK parts. I don't think anybody's doing like forgings. That's cool.
Yeah. So let me see. There's so many things going on. You guys just recently started doing your own triggers, I think. That's another thing that's going on.
AR-15 triggers?
You're making AR-15 triggers.
Single stage drop-in AR-15 triggers.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. Skeletonized, look really cool. I don't have one to show.
Okay. Yeah. So there's you guys are probably pretty at this point planning on getting into everything. Can we talk about some of the things that you've already done or maybe planning on doing in terms of expansion and stuff like that? What do we have to look forward to here?
Absolutely. I mean, on the side of just pure, I'll let Dale talk about expansion of products, and then we're right now. My brother, my brother's a very genius businessman. We just recently opened up. We own STS down in Jacksonville, Florida. We own DC Machine in Somerville, where we make the lowers and a lot of other parts. Mm-hmm. But we're also, they just bought. They're opening up DC2, where I believe it was almost 100 more CNC machines that they bought and just opened up a new facility where we're making nothing but lower receivers and just cranking them out, because as we get closer to election time, we want to be prepared and don't want to have to wait on anybody else. It's just going to be us making the receivers for ourselves.
Okay.
And as a company, we're just looking to make more and more of current parts that we're making: uppers, lowers, barrels. We make all of our nitride and stainless steel barrels you see on our website. We make every single one of them, and we're just looking to make more parts, forge more parts, and make more parts with more CNC machines that we're building. PSA also has they own a lot of, it's a real estate. The JJ, the parent company, owns real estate ports. So there's a lot of different aspects to the company that people don't realize. We have the manufacturing, we have the real estate, we've got the stores,
yeah, you guys have come a long way from the garage.
Oh my God, for sure. In 11 years.
Yeah.
So if you want to get into actual product, where we see some of the product going, we are trying to are going to release several new calibers in the AR-10 platform over the next probably 12 months. Things like 260 Remington, 6mm Creedmoor, some of the hotter cartridges out there. We've got the 350 Legend coming out in probably the next month. 6.8 just came out. 458 SOCOM's coming out.
And we're going to be doing a lot of different barrel lengths.
Yeah,
eventually.
And there'll be a barrel length to start with, right? You judge your market on that, and then everybody wants a 10.5-inch barrel. We'll make that. It's one of those things. We'll make one, and then we'll build off the success of that product.
Okay. So in terms of the future of this whole thing, right? I mean, not just the manufacturing or even the product wise, where do you guys think the future of this is going, in terms of marketing stuff, do you ever think about that?
Yeah, well, I do, because it's my job to think about things like that, right? So what I've seen happen in the 3 or 4 years that I've been here is the amount of innovation that's happening that we are allowed to do now. So when I first started, it was like, hey, we've got this line of 10 different guns. This is what we're going to make. We need to make as many as we can. And now it's like, hey, what does everybody want? What's the next big thing? How can we make this better than everybody else's? And that's super exciting to me. So I would expect you guys, everybody would see a lot more innovation, a lot more firsts from PSA in the near future. There's a lot of exciting things going on. I've been dealing a lot with the patent attorneys here lately.
Okay. Yeah.
That's good news.
Yeah. Okay. So in terms of how you're going to be able to get out there and talk to gun people, folks who will be interested in buying the product and all that, how do you guys think that's going to change? I know Babyface was like saying so a little bit of a downer, talking about YouTube, Facebook, and all these kinds of things, but that's a reality that you guys have to deal with, right?
It is, and we got some really good guys, Josiah included. That's their job. Their job is to get feelers to understand what our customers are doing with the guns, what they want them to do that they can't do today. We have a whole team of guys that their sole priority is to find out what we need to do to make our product what the customer wants.
Okay. Yeah.
And even as with YouTube, with Facebook, they say, hey, no firearms content. That's where we have a social media marketing manager, we have a traditional marketing manager, and then I'm the affiliate marketing manager. So when Hank just mentioned, I've heard about Gunstreamer, but haven't heard anything about it. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be making a phone call to our social media guy and say, hey, it'd be a great idea. All the videos that we've got, let's get them uploaded to Gunstreamer. So when we hear stuff like that, we talk to each other, and we'll make sure that as far as any avenue we need to go, because we understand about the demonetization. We've never had to rely on monetization of Facebook, but as far as getting all our videos deleted, we do have them backed up. But it would be great to be able to just automatically throw people off to a different channel like Gunstreamer.
Yeah,
instead of having to do a panic.
Right, and I think one of the things with that here is that by working with guys like them, that they're into what we're doing, you don't have to worry about, okay, one of these days these guys are going to come down on us and say that we can't be here. That's really the thing that we need to do so we can develop the pathways, because you can't talk, no matter what you do, you won't be able to talk to YouTube to try to figure out how to partner together and move forward and what's next, because YouTube's kind of been around for a long time, right? And those things are going to grow and become something that's next, but their plans, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all these places, their plans are to leave us out of that, especially like you're talking about going into the elections, right? We've seen some things like that recently about Google saying we're going to make sure that Trump doesn't win or this thing or that thing happens. You know, we should all be thinking about it. Yeah, lots of...
And buying lowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see there's going to be lots of meme lowers coming out for the elections.
Yes, we've actually Brickworks and I have already been talking about that. He's already got stuff drawn up that you'll start seeing on AR15.com and on Facebook and stuff. When somebody says something stupid, like, well, Joe Biden occasionally says says some dumb things, but we've already got some meme lowers coming out with some of his sayings on them.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I love it.
yeah. Let's see. What else do we want to get into here? I know there's a bunch of questions coming in.
So right now, Hank, just so you know, I'm
Yeah.
writing down as I see questions come in. I'm kind of grabbing them and putting them aside.
All right.
I don't know if you want to let conversation flow and then at the end do like a lightning round of questions.
Right.
Or do you want me to just roll them in as we go?
Yeah, if people have some things, let's get to them, because before we know it, we'll run out of time.
Probably. Have you guys looked at doing any IDPA, USPA entry level pistols? Somebody specifically was asking.
So I'll answer that. Be on the lookout for a PSA handgun in several calibers here, probably within the next year.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Okay.
we are.
Whatever happened with the 1911? Because I know I bought a receiver from you guys like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yes.
happened to doing? You guys still don't do receivers anymore, like 1911 receivers anymore.
We
right?
don't do them anymore. We did 1911s for several years, and that platform is hard to do. It's hard to do in a fashion that people want to pay for, right? So
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
slap
for
them
sure.
together. You can make sloppy guns, and you can sell them cheap, and everybody gets a crappy gun. But in order to do them the way people want them, it's just not. At the time we were doing it, we didn't have the capability to do them any way other than hand fit each gun, and that takes days for each gun, and we just couldn't keep up.
I imagine it's just a ton of work to try to do that. There's a reason why a good 1911 costs $2,500.
There is, but
Yeah.
you know, that was the days before we had a engineering team the size that we have now. You know, so now if one of our guys were to be given the assignment of say, hey, take that 1911, make it where we can make those parts within, you know, some crazy spec, and you know, it's possible that we could do it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
Let's.
a lot more exciting things other than 1911 that we're working.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that market's so tapped out, sort of, with other companies. It's like focus on the cooler stuff.
Yeah, unless you're going to do it well. I mean, if you're going to do a nice one, yes, makes sense, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see a couple things. Richard Monder wants a Glock 1911.
I think you're talking to the wrong company here.
Yeah. Are you guys considering any Glock type things? There's other guys doing that.
So I'll go back to the previous answer. We'll be on the lookout for a PSA handgun here shortly.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Do you guys dabble in the like polymer 80 stuff at all? Are you guys making any stuff for Glocks?
No, not currently. So if we were to create a handgun that was based on that platform, then I'm sure parts would be available as well.
And we should keep an eye out in the next 12 months for.
Yeah. Everything is going to be. What about 80% lowers while we're in that category?
For what platform?
I'm sure people want every platform.
All platforms.
Yes, all positions.
The last time I checked with the CEO, he said no, we weren't going to. That could change in the future, but that was the last conversation I had. Was no, we don't have any plans for 80%ers right now.
Okay. Go ahead.
I can tell you from my perspective that would be awesome because buying 80%ers, it's kind of tough. Like I have a Ghost Gunner, one of the little CNC machines. Buying 80%ers is so hit or miss. Like you don't know where they're coming from. You don't know the quality of them. Having them come from one place. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's a great idea, and I'm going to bring it up to him again because there's a lot of interest. I mean, I'd say probably about 2-3 times a week I get IMs on different forums and whatnot, and emails to me, just like, hey, do you guys plan on doing 80%? So it is on the forefront.
It would just be knowing that you could find an 80% lower at any time of the week for a specific set price would be nice. Because right now, like, I just bought one for $25 and I've seen them go for as high as like $80. So it's like, it'd be nice to have one place where you're like, yes, I can get an 80% lower for this price, guaranteed every day.
So
But
is the differences with the 80% lowers from different companies that huge? Is it kind of like the AK thing that it's not really mil spec? Is that what you're dealing with?
For me,
Yeah.
well, sort of. Some people mill them differently. Some people put out, instead of forged, because there's only like, what, 4 forges or whatever for AR-15 parts. Some people put out different forge ones. Some people put billet ones, and then they don't fit the jigs right. It's just kind of, it's hard to know exactly what you're buying when you're buying at 80% versus like a Palmetto State Armory lower receiver with an alien on the side. You know what you're getting. Like, you know what's coming to you. So that's just one of those.
Yeah, and if we were to do those, it would simply be you block out those blocks for the operations that make it 80%, right? You don't mill the trigger hole, you don't mill the pinholes, and it's the same lowers that you would get for $30 online, but now it's missing a few features.
Exactly. And then it comes straight to your door, which is pretty cool.
So with you guys getting more into building guns and things like that now, is it fun dealing with the ATF?
No, it's not. It's not. It is a hassle, and it's a hassle for me, and I don't deal directly with them, right? I deal with our compliance manager, who deals with the ATF, and she is a stickler, right? So a lot of my buddies think, I got the dream job, get to work on guns, get to play around and make things that they should be making or whatever, but no, you don't. Our compliance department is very serious.
Yeah, you can't mess around. I mean, look, Stag Arms went through that. You mess around, man, dudes are showing up, people are getting arrested.
That's right. And they do show up.
Oh yeah. So let me see here. Someone was asking along those, I guess along those lines. What are you guys doing at the company in the defense of the Second Amendment?
I think right now, my brother would go into the. So long story short, we got into buying other companies. This is going to come to answer that question in 1 second. My brother would say, well, we bought these companies so that we could Special Tool Solutions, DC Machine and whatnot, so that and the forging company, so we could control our quality. But also, his goal is to get, if ever they do pass an assault weapons ban, God forbid if they do, my brother wants to be there to be so many quality ARs out there that can function for a lifetime that they'll never be able to get rid of them. And that's my brother's goal in the Second Amendment, is keeping prices low. You can buy a PSA for $269 right now on our website. It's a kit. All you have to do is buy a $40 lower, throw it together, and for right at $300 plus shipping, you've got yourself an AR-15. And and it's quality, and it's so being able to control that quality and cutting out the middleman. My brother, that's his biggest thing, is keeping prices down. I mean, people don't realize that, we make our own stuff, but the margins on the Palmetto State Armory products are not as big as what people think they are. We could be selling that same kit. We could rebadge ourselves. I mean, we're a very good quality product at a cheap price. We're it's a $600-700 kit that we're selling for $270. We could easily, if we wanted to, we could have branded ourselves a lot higher, but we chose to get out as many guns as we can, as quick as we can, in case something stupid does happen.
Yeah. And please don't change that, guys. Listen,
Exactly.
I know there's some companies out there that have like the Hillary plan, hoping that those kinds of things happen and then they sell stuff. I'm not saying you guys are getting into that, but what I hope is that if we all of a sudden did wind up in a horrible situation like that, prices and things wouldn't start kicking up, even with you guys.
Nope. I mean, there's always supply and demand, but then there's price gouging and taking advantage of people. So no, we will not do that. Whatsoever. Okay,
cool. That's a good thing to know. I think there's a bunch.
You'll never see on our website a PSA AR-15 for $1,500. You'll never see that.
Okay, awesome.
Unless it's custom, don't get me wrong. If
Yeah,
it's a custom series gun, we've got some series, some really cool tricked out stuff that we'll have, but just a basic AR, you'll never see us price.
It better be a real space gun.
Yeah.
It better be a real space gun. Along those lines, I was thinking, man, you guys have so many CNC machines. You know, you might as well start making mechs or something. You know, when can we get some mechs?
Listen, that's the secret they can't talk about. They can't talk about what they're making.
So there are a lot of machines going on, right? There's a lot of shops that we're running CNC machines out of, but it's the amount of business that we're doing right now. It's hard to keep up with what our internal companies need, right? So there's a lot of machines, there really is, but there's a lot of parts going out too. So we're running our butts off every day.
Yeah, it's not a joke from my understanding. Having, I mean, I know people that have like 2-3 CNC machines. Just keeping those things running is not a joke. So I mean, having that many, huh?
It's not. You're absolutely right. It's not a joke. There are guys all over the country right now that are struggling for work. You know, and it's tough. They'll get a job where they have to run 500 parts, 1,000 parts, and they're great for a month, and then that goes away, and they're looking for work to do that. So the fact that we can keep these machines running is a real blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me read a customer comment here. Johnny Kamikaze said, PSA customer service took good care of me, had my upper tested, fixed, replaced, and shipped back to me in less than 10. I'm assuming that's days. So you guys, I think as you guys have grown, you've taken steps to upgrade customer service and all that as well, right?
Absolutely. We've already almost tripled the size of our customer service department, from people answering phones to answering emails, and then we've also that in expanding, into, I'm also the consumer relations manager, so I take our like all the forums. I'm all over the forum. So if anybody has an issue on the forum side, on AK Files, AR15.com, they've got my name and phone number, name and email address. On the Facebook side, you've got Christopher Emelian, who is our social media marketing manager. We put him over there. So if somebody has an issue, he can take care of it like that. If something pops up, we can address it very quickly. So we've got those two positions taking care of customers as well. So we can kind of monitor if there's an issue. We'll be able to take care of it, and we're about ready to. We just bought another building, and we're going to take customer service out of the current building that it's in right now, which is our assembly facility. We're going to put in another one, and we're going to increase the size of it even more as we're ramping up to the next phase. And as far as what your one follower said there, as far as the repair, what people don't realize is sometimes people say, like, hey, I see a lot of posts about Palmetto State Armory and this QC issue. Well, what people don't realize is that we have a well over 99% success ratio, and that's amazing for any company. It's well over 99. When you're putting out 2,025 upper, just AR uppers / kits / rifles and pistols per day, you're going to run into an issue here and there, and people don't realize the market share in ARs, let alone with the AKs. And the new stuff that Dale's coming up with, people don't realize that when you're producing in those mass quantities, that you're going to see more issues pop up here and there, just purely based on the quantity that we're doing.
Yeah, that's statistically, excuse me. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, people see that a lot. They're like, PSA gets hammered everywhere. Well, we're putting out, multiply by 4 of what a lot of companies are doing.
Yeah. I've got a question here from Justin abroad. I'm going to get to this because I know that since we started, not everyone was here.
Yeah. You want to just answer it?
Yeah,
PSA
Dale's going to reach through here and smack me for this one.
PSA MP5, when's it coming? The answer was they just hired a bunch of more engineers to work on the project. They don't have a solid date yet.
Yeah.
So it's on the horizon and it hasn't been forgotten. That's the main thing.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to add to that. I don't know if you want to add to that, Dale.
I don't know that I have anything to add to it. It's something that we are all passionate about, right? I really want one for myself. So it's not something that we're trying to push off. It's something that we are trying to develop. I mean, so you're familiar with a roller lock system, right? Mm-hmm. Those rollers have to be super precise. Their journals inside that receiver have to be super precise. The things have to work together the right way. And you can't just go buy a box of parts from Walmart and put one of these together. This has to be done right, and it's a little bit more work than we thought, but we're still doing it. We're going to do it.
Yeah.
Listen, do it right first time.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I understand people asking, man. I mean, I think that
Sure.
the demand that you guys have for this, you've got to realize that right now. But you don't want to mess that up, right? You don't want to put something out there and have,
It would ruin, like, if you put out a bad product the first time around as like a 1.0, it's just going to ruin anything coming after that.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Hold on. SoCal Gunner.
Okay.
SoCal Gunner gave us $5 and says, thanks to PSA, I bought plenty of mags during the Cali Freedom Week. Thanks to everyone at PSA and the support of the Second Amendment fight.
Yes. Yeah. You guys have to talk about that, Josiah.
How many mags did you guys ship out for that? Was it just unbelievable amounts?
Yeah. It was, I don't have an exact number, but I can tell you, so that evening, we were given the deadline of we could ship until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, we were taking orders. And up until 5 p.m., I can tell you the CEO, my brother, he was running around in loafers throughout the warehouse along with, myself, the management team. Everybody was working as one team to throw out as many as we possibly can.
Everybody was packing boxes.
I could imagine that.
He could barely walk after that. I mean, it was just, we were just throwing things out. It was absolutely amazing. And we were very ecstatic for that we could get at as many as we could.
That's awesome.
Out to customers. It was pretty cool. I never thought I'd see the day where we could send a 30-round mag to California, but
nobody else in the country got any that week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
Yeah,
California,
as a person that lives in a free state all the time, I'm totally cool with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's most feedback that we got. We did have some people like, hey, where's my order? And we kind of had to tell them like, hey, and most people understand and they're like, hey, completely understand. We want to see freedom all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely, man. Thank you on the behalf of all the freedom lovers in California that got their freaking lowers. I know you guys are suffering, but they appreciate that. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. Rondell Stewart also had a comment here. He says, what is this? Left-handed uppers anytime soon.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
So, no kidding. So
okay.
Just worked on those last week. So those are in process. I don't have a date, but it should be shortly, like within a month or so of getting those. So we did work with a company to get left-handed bolts to go with those uppers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we should. I don't know when, month, maybe 2 months. They'll be available.
Oh, that's cool. There's lots of people out there that would appreciate that. Also,
so the weird thing about that is the ejection port cover is hinged on the top.
Oh, so it springs upwards?
Yeah. Think about where the bolt catch is on your lower.
Yeah, it can't spring down.
So it can't spring down. It has to spring up.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. Do you guys have any side charging stuff out there? You getting into side charging?
Yeah, that's a big thing though, right? I mean, reciprocating, non-reciprocating, this, that, and the other. We are doing some KS47s with a reciprocating charging handle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a left side deal. But it will be reciprocating. There's just a slot in the upper, and the BCGs drilled and tapped for the bolt handle. Those parts just went out for heat treat this week. The actual charging handles themselves. So that's kind of like a market feeler, more or less. You'll still have your standard charging handle, but you'll have the option of the side charging also.
Yeah, I'm a big side charging fan. If I'm gonna get any personal things in here, I love side charging. I also love integrally suppressed. I'm just saying, Dale. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. So we all want to do that. We haven't been given the go-ahead to work on those yet, but we're pushing for it.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Let me throw this comment up here so you guys can comment about this really quick. There's like a bunch of comments coming in, which is great. Thanks to everyone commenting. Please, people, smash the thumbs ups, okay? We're giving your questions to PSA here, Palmetto State Armory. At least give us a thumbs up. Or if you really hate us, if we're doing horrible things, you could thumbs down. Blue Steel 44 says big ups to Brandon H and Dylan D from PSA customer service.
Yep.
So there you go.
Dylan's he's a trooper. He's over the department that handles all the emails. I mean, people don't realize how many thousands. It's anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 emails we're getting per day. And Dylan is he's the head of that department.
Oh, so. Cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah,
It's not an easy job, but he does a great job of it.
Yeah, every now and then you should make some lowers dedicated to the guys in customer service.
They should each, like, for 1 year of service, they get their own lower
goodness
receiver.
gracious. That'd be cool. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. They might not know what to do with that kind of power. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, I've got something. Let's see. Who is this? Jade the Argonaut says, just built a PSA CHF 20-inch kit. I also have a pencil MIDI upper and a BCG on a Crusader lower, and have them picking up Shield 9 tomorrow from them. I will support their mission at PSA as long as I can. Awesome. And Eric Hammond says, I'm fine with my order being late if it goes to help others.
Awesome. We appreciate the business, guys.
Yeah. In general, gun guys are cool like that, you know? Like, when I saw that going on in California, I was like, everybody else just stay off the internet and let Californians get their damn magazines.
Yep.
You know? So, okay, let's see. You know what? I wanted to bounce back here for a quick second. We were talking about customer service, and I was looking at what you guys did with the, what is it? The AKV. You know, when it came out and you guys had issues and stuff like that. I know Mac found a couple things, and I think I was looking at a video where, you know, didn't you guys like name one of the brackets or something in the fix after Mac?
Yeah. So that was, yeah, we did, and it was not an issue that that is easily the failure mode he induced is not easily induced, but it does exist, right? So we realized that we had a chance to go back and fix one of the other issues that was we were seeing. So I was like, look, we're already down. We might as well do this while we got it down, and threw the bracket in, and it was just it just goes together. Mac bracket. It works.
Mac bracket. Yeah, it does. It rolls well off the top.
Yeah. First of all, in case you don't know, Mac is haunted. We had to do an exorcism on Mac because, you know, he can make amazing things happen to stuff. I've seen it happen. Like, what the heck?
Wow.
Yeah, you know, you should sell those Mac brackets though separately. I wonder if are those for sale.
No, they're not. They're actually integral to the receiver. They're welded in.
Oh, okay. So we can't get separate Mac brackets.
Nope.
All right, fine. Okay, I'll let it go. Let's see. Were there any other questions here?
MW Tactical has asked this like 4 times now.
Okay.
Are you guys planning on opening another store in Columbia? He says I guess you guys have a store in Harbison, South Carolina. Harbison side of Columbia, South Carolina.
Yes. That was our original store. Was over on right now we have a store, and where we're located out of as close to that store is on the western side of Columbia. And we used to have our very first store when Jamin and I had started the company, and we were rolling that inventory. We were able to buy a 40,000 square foot warehouse with 18 offices in the front. We knocked those down. That was on the east side of Columbia, and that store has that store has since closed. We moved it to a different location. So my understanding is that right now they're going to focus on that store, but as far as another one opening up in the near future, I haven't heard anything about that, but I wouldn't say it's outside of the realm of possibility now.
Yeah.
When are you guys moving to Florida? Because we need a good massive.
They're in Jacksonville. They've got some.
Well, that's
stuff in
the manufacturers in Jacksonville, right?
Yeah.
And we need a storefront where you can buy all the PSA things all the time.
Yeah, and when you get the storefront, then make a YouTube headquarters.
So Hank can work out of there.
Yes.
And just so everybody knows, when as the consumer relations manager, we always say this. You know, if anybody is in the Columbia area, if you're on vacation, we just had 5 guys make a trip down from Ohio for a weekend. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. They took an extended weekend. They came down and we gave them a tour of all of our South Carolina facilities. So if ever anybody's in the area in South Carolina, whether you live here or whether you're coming through on vacation, feel free to send an email to customer service or to myself. It's simply josiah@palmettostatearmory.com, and we'll give you a tour.
Yeah, awesome. We're going to do a tour.
Yeah,
Babyface.
I want to see the facilities.
Babyface
It's
and I.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll do a tour and come through. There's a ton of stuff. Let me see. A8 VSC Rabbit says, I quit counting how many PSA rifles I own. I love them. Now I'm going to go online and order another one. Just do it.
They're simple machines, but there's something about the idea that you can very handily defend yourself, defend your property, defend your home for like $350. That's incredible.
That's America.
That is. It's amazing.
That's America. Pixamite1 says all of my ARs are PSA except 2 of them. Okay, 187 Hyde says come to Texas. Billy Phoenix says PSA is boss. Captain Shark says 2 PSA stores here in Charleston, South Carolina. My wallet hates me. Let's see. Brian Quick says Tim has magical powers to break a gun. Oh yeah, and break lots of things. Let's see. Gibson Fender says, "Hey PSA guys, love your selection, prices, and service. Awesome. You guys are getting a lot of love here."
I know.
That's better than the opposite.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to see what other questions did you have that I didn't get to, Babyface?
The other one was from MW at the time. He wanted to know if they were expanding.
Oh, expansion.
Let's see if I can find anything else.
Yeah, listen, you know what the thing is I think about? Okay, so here's what I think about, like, you know, I know you guys are growing and doing a lot of stuff, but we still have to kind of like take it cautiously, right? There are a lot of gun companies right now, a lot of manufacturers are suffering in this climate. I don't know whether you guys have seen ups or downs for yourselves, but you're seeing it's happening, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. And there's even in South Carolina, Ellett Brothers, a distributor, huge. I mean, they went under. You know, I mean, they're going under. I say, you know, they're liquidating right now. We've hired, you know, quite a few of their employees and stuff, you know, and it's from distributor to manufacturers, you know, it's the Trump slump, and the beauty of it is when you make your own parts, you've got that extra markup in it through making your own stuff, and that's my brother's been very smart, and we're able to provide what people want because we own the facility. So what they do is they have a meeting in the morning, and basically they say, all right, so we've got 500 of this, that, you know, we've got these rails, we've got these barrels, all these different parts. And so we don't have a product catalog where we've got 10 products. And we say, these are the ones that we're going to offer. You'll see on the website, one day you'll see something, and it's not something that you see the same thing over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. We're able to be very versatile and say, all right, here's what we've got made, and it plays into we know what people want, but also there's different variants we're making of the AR that, hey, this would be kind of cool, and see what happens with it, see if it sells. And so we're able to be very versatile with that, and the product that we have, because we're able to manufacture it and we can throw it together. Sometimes you don't see the same thing twice.
Yeah, and that's I want to elaborate on that a little bit. These guys do, the production team, they have a meeting twice a day, 9 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and they go in there and they say, these are the parts we've got. This is what is selling really good right now. Let's make this, and this. And they run the crap out of that the rest of the day. 2 o'clock comes around, they have the same meeting, and that sets up the same production until the next meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So it's leading edge. You know, they're trying to stay at the forefront of what's popular, what's selling. And that's why you see things on the website that you see it today. You know, it's there for a day or two, and you don't see it again for a month.
Yeah.
You know, it's just they're trying to keep things fairly fresh.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm going to tell you, if people aren't amazed by that, that's actually pretty amazing, because we're talking about a relatively big company that is making quick, fast turns in one direction or the other. Am I wrong in that assumption?
No, that's exactly right, and that's one thing that lets us react as fast as we can to some of the trends out there. And it's hard, right? You're working in an environment like that. You really don't know what you're going to be doing. I say it's hard. It's not hard for me. I'm an engineer. I know what I'm working on. But these guys they're actually doing the manufacturing, they can't plan 3 days, 4 days out what they're going to be building. You know, they're at the mercy of the procurement team. This is what we got. This is what we're building today. This is what's selling. This is what we're building tomorrow. You know.
So the guys that run the machines, do they come in the morning and get marching orders like, hey guys, we need a bunch of this. We're selling a bunch of this.
So
make it.
Right. So we try to do like the big parts, right? Uppers and lowers and rails and buffer tubes and the big parts that we can do that you're going to need for any combination. So that's what they'll do. So we have guys that are making handguards, free float handguards, and they know that, hey, I got to make 2,500 15 inches and 2,500 12 inches or whatever. You know, they do that. And as they come into manufacturing, like, okay, we can build these today. We have the 15-inch barrels. We have the 13-inch handguards, whatever, and it's just roll every day.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And we're still able. I mean, we have enough demand that actually Ty, why don't you hop around here and introduce Ty? Ty is our he's my he works with affiliate. He's our affiliate account manager.
All right.
And one thing he brought up was go ahead, Ty.
So we have so many different parts and so many different things we're building on a daily basis. These folks are coming in on multiple shifts, and they're building these guns 24 hours a day. You walk into our manufacturing area, you're going to see these folks working at these benches nonstop. And the faces may change, but the products are still coming out at such a high pace. It's incredible. You can walk in and see hundreds of AK-47s lined up on these racks ready to ship out. 6 hours later, you come in, it's nothing but 300 blackout pistols.
Oh, wow.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Pace that you're seeing.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah. One question I would have about that, it is air conditioned in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It is not near as good as this office building, but it is air conditioned.
Oh, okay. All right. I just want to make sure because I've actually been to places where there's dudes building guns and there's no air conditioning.
Yeah, so that's a great point, Hank. Your company is only as good as the guys doing the work, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they're not happy, if they're struggling at work, the products are going to struggle. You gotta make sure the guys in the trenches are happy doing the work they're doing. If they're engaged, if they're doing what makes them feel good, then you get good products.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, everyone wants to go to work and be happy and excited and knowing that you're doing good things and it's a fun, safe environment and all that kind of stuff. It's tough to, especially when it's hot right now in the summer, you don't want to go in there thinking,
God,
man, this is a for real sweatshop in America. But you guys are saying, that's not happening.
We do a lot of promotion from within. Like one of our buyers, he used to work just assembling ARs, just on the line, and now he's gotten promoted slowly over the years. Been with us for, I believe it's 8 years. Shout out to James. He was just in Ty and I's office. But he, over the years, got promoted. Now he's one of our number one buyers. And then in Ty, he worked at our Mount Pleasant store as a lead. And now, he was assistant manager of our largest store. And now we promoted him to account manager for helping out with affiliates. So we do a lot of promoting within. And we've got a lot of talent that we take care of our employees. And we see talent, we're going to make sure that they're taken care of.
All right.
That's awesome. That's really good to hear.
Yeah, it is awesome. And lots of gun guys over there. You guys walking around with, is it cool to walk around with machine guns and big, pistols on your hip and stuff like that?
All the time. It's the craziest thing. Walking into a conference room, about to have a 1 hour meeting about something, and I'm carrying 2 ARs into the conference room.
Hells yeah.
Let's get to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be trying to one up everybody every day.
So we do that too, right? We have Thigh Rig Thursdays where everybody brings their in.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can't complain. I work for a work from home company, so I just carry whatever I want around the house and nobody says anything. It's just the dog and I most days. So
yeah. No, that's cool though. It's good to know. So people enjoy working over there. You got lots of gun guys in there. Yeah,
that makes a big difference.
Yeah,
and that's kind of important to the owner. He's he loves talking to gun guys. He loves guns. He loves talking guns. He'll sit down and talk to you about classic machine guns from World War II, or he'll talk to you about the newest long-range gun on the market, So he's of the idea that if you really like guns, if you really are a gun guy, then you'll do better building guns or designing guns or selling guns than somebody that's not. I mean, you can't have somebody that doesn't like guns selling guns. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't work. I've been to places where, for example, I'm not trying to call anyone out, but I've been to places where people are making AR-15s and selling them, but in that place, in that state, people cannot buy them, right? So literally, the people working in those factories building those guns can't own them, and that's sad.
That's a slap in the face.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, so that's a sad thing to see. Have you guys ever considered, do you have a museum over there, a gun museum maybe?
That actually is something that, on the other side of us, we've got several cabinets. My brother is a huge collector of bringbacks. He's got, save our one store closest to us. He's got a giant safe. It's probably about what 100 gun safe, but there's probably about 200 guns inside there, and he collects stuff. So yes, there will be a museum. As far as where it's going to be, we don't know, but there actually will be a museum, And even with the meme lowers, I'm collecting one of every single one so that we can on a giant shadow box and just
That's cool.
Add to it. That's my goal with that one, is to have one on just a huge wall. And so eventually we will have a museum of all PSA firearms and my brother's collection.
That's cool. That's really cool.
That is really cool. Let me get back to some questions here. Eli EDC, I'm sorry. Did you have a question?
No, do yours first and I'll do mine.
Okay, Eli EDC says, how come PSA won't deliver their uppers to Illinois?
We do deliver uppers to Illinois. If there are specific regulations to certain cities, whether it be to Cook County, whether it be to, I think there's like a Deerfield, Illinois, and different ones. I can only say that our compliance team looks at the laws, and if they deem it to be even remotely questionable, we're not going to sacrifice that initial investment that me and my brother put in. I've since been bought out, but we're not going to put millions and millions and millions of dollars at possible risk by shipping to certain cities that might have a spurious law. That you get a litigious city that wants to come after us. We're not going to let that happen. We do ship into Illinois. Yeah, we ship uppers there every day. We're shipping uppers there.
Yeah,
but there are certain cities and certain municipalities that we just can't ship to.
Okay.
So the answer is go get yourself a PO box a city over and then ship to that.
Yeah. If that is legal, Eli, let us know specifically what's the reason for that. I don't know if that's a county like Josiah is saying, right? It could be some county.
It probably is.
Eli, I would appreciate it. What you can do is just shoot me an email, Josiah@PalmettoStateArmory.com. Shoot me an email, and I will be more than happy to talk to you. We can get on the phone and I can kind of we can walk through why compliance is not comfortable shipping to a particular area.
Yeah. Only Eli send the email to that, okay? We don't want everyone. Everyone don't start emailing Josiah.
Email address is all over the place. That's what I do.
Okay.
Uncle Mike was asking, who decided to use Scorpion mags in the AKV9, and did you throw them a pizza party and give them a raise?
So that was a group discussion trying to understand which mags would be best. We looked at MP5 mags. We looked at Glock mags. I actually have a shirt that says no Glock mags. The Scorpion mags seem to be the best fit, size-wise, capacity-wise, and most importantly, the aesthetics. I mean, that magazine just looks right in that gun.
You have to have that like banana curve to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
And they are the at the time that was the least expensive option to get customers good mags, and good mags, good capacity, good price. It was a no-brainer, really.
Are you guys making any of those mags in-house, or are you buying from outside?
So we worked with another company that makes magazines for other people, and they're making them for us. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. I think Richard Hughes is going to lose it if I don't ask this question.
Jesus, yes. Yeah. Please.
AR-57.
Yeah. Doing an AR-57. He's asked about 15 times now.
Yeah.
Absolutely are. It's about third down on my list of things to do. I got about 3 projects in front of that, but that is absolutely that's actually on my goals to get most of that done this year.
Oh, nice. Okay, Richard, be happy.
I don't know that it's going to be in production this year, but design-wise, a lot of that will be done this year.
Sweet.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Bragmo says, PSA, come to Arkansas. We recently acquired SIG, CZ factories, so join the movement. Do you get a lot of requests like that?
I get a lot of people that they want us to move to their state and do different things. Yeah, I get a lot of that on a regular basis. More of a joke, more or less. But yeah, we do get a lot of requests like, hey, we need a store in your state. I even get requests from dealers. I just had one last week. They're like, hey, can we open up a PSA franchise so we can sell ARs, at the same price that you guys do and stuff. But we're not interested in that. But I do get asked that on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Let's say shout out to Texas. Those guys really hit us hard for it. So they're really looking for a Longhorn State Armory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Longhorn Steakhouse should start making some guns.
Well, yeah, that's true. Can't argue that. 187 Hyde says my AR9 runs like a champ, but has a little feed ramp. on the barrel that I haven't noticed on most others. I don't know if you guys have noticed any things like that. I'm guessing 187 it works good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bill,
so I know exactly what he's talking about, and that was a feature that was put in our barrels to allow that barrel to work with several different uppers that we were using at the time.
Okay.
Our current barrels won't have that feed ramp in there anymore, but that was just a feature to let several manufacturers 9mm Glock lowers work with the rest of our components.
Okay.
It works great with any of them now. I mean, it's a good barrel.
Okay. Big Dick Willie. This is a real name. Sorry. I don't know if you have a different thing. Let me just. This is a real name, guys. I'm not making it up. I'm going to actually throw it up there because right now Dale's like, what? He says, can you make Band State guns?
Yeah, he was asking New Jersey complete guns.
Yeah.
I get that question all the time on forums. And when you're building in mass quantity, it's tough to, because like Dale's talking about with production planning, it's tough to say, all right, well, let's set aside 100 barrels and this one style, but we're actually trying it. I'm working with an affiliate of mine is a New Jersey Firearm Forums, and I've been talking to him, and we're working on a New Jersey compliant AR upper that, from understanding, they can't have a flash hider, but they can have a flash. So I forget.
As long as you call it something different, it's totally cool, right?
Yeah, and they want it to be 14.5 and pinned and welded. So I'm working with him on that to try and make only 100 or 200, but get dealers in New Jersey to actually buy them from our dealer sales department and then have them available to residents of New Jersey, or we can put them on the website. So yes, we that is something that I try and keep when there's a great idea that comes along. I try and keep my brother abreast of him, and I talked to him about this. I said, hey, we need to try this, and he said, absolutely. So we do on a limited basis. We're starting to dabble into little things here and there where I can, but as a company, it's really tough when we're mass producing for most of the free states. But I'm trying to get a little bit in where I can.
Yeah, and it's also, look, in some places, a very expensive thing. In California, you've got to test every gun, right? Am I incorrect on that one? You've got to test and pay for testing and stuff like that for everything you want to go in there, right?
Yes, you are correct for like for all the pistols and stuff. There's a lot of companies that they said hands off. We're not even going to start going into that and stuff.
Yeah. Let's see, dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
So that's what those laws are intended to do. They're intended to make it so difficult that companies just give up, right? They just it's upsetting.
Yeah. Let's see. Dude Abides says, which I think is a reference to the dude, right? From what is that bowling movie? I can't believe the name's going out of my head.
Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. He says, how are gun companies going under with almost 2 million NICS checks per month? Bad planning. But go ahead. Yeah. You guys can answer that.
I would say bad money management. If you don't have enough money saved to ahead of time, you realize that when it comes to summertime, that's when the firearms industry really slows down, because the kids are out of school, and the husbands are spending money. They're taking kids on vacations. It's family time, and so the sales tend to drop off a little bit, and we're in the Trump slump already. So we're in a Trump slump, and then you have a summer slump. So it's gonna if you're not careful and you don't save up enough money, where hey, I know I need to have X amount of money this whole summer for payroll. If you're not ready to do that, or you can't pay, you start going past due on your bills, and it's pretty quick to go under if you're not careful. Mm-hmm. My brother's a very smart businessman, and I will make another shout out to Jamin. Very smart businessman, and he makes sure that the bills get paid.
Yeah,
that's most important. Making sure that your employees are paid and bills are paid, and getting product out on time. But yeah, I know I've heard horror stories of companies going, when Hillary was expected to get into office, they're like, oh, we got to buy 5 more CNC machines. We got to go out and get all this stuff because she's going to get in. We got to make all this stuff. It's like, uh-oh, what do we do now?
Yeah. Well, beauty that we had was, and we weren't exempt from that, because you have to be prepared for every situation. It's So yeah, we had bought a lot of stuff, but with our website, we're not like a small gun shop or even a medium-sized gun shop that's got maybe 2-3 stores. We had the website. It's like, all right, well, we're going to lose, say, 20 points and just get rid of, if we've got, 500,000 whatever magazines, we can lose 20 points and real quick we'll turn that back over and make 20 more points, make 20 more. So we've got that outlet of the website that really helped us out when Hillary did not get elected. Thank goodness.
Yeah. I know we brought this up already. I'll bring it up again because I know there's people jumping in, jumping out, and all that kind of stuff. As a company, when it comes to you guys are a big company, you're growing and all of that. When it comes to the Second Amendment, what do you guys actively do to help promote that? We've got lots of different battles going on. I'm not necessarily trying to get you guys into like the politics of things happening with the NRA, etc. But what do you guys do in terms of promoting the Second Amendment there at the company?
I know Jamin's specific answer to this one. I know our marketing manager, Logan, she deals a lot more with that on that side of it. So that's a great question. I know my brother, his answer to it, and I had given this before, and I'll say it again, his vision for the company, and that's why we've been buying other companies and buying, where we've got almost 400 CNC machines, is to create a product that's very good quality and sell it at a very low price. We want to get away from this stereotype that we're a cheap product. We're not. We're actually an excellent product at a very low price. Mm-hmm. And his what he wants to do is get as many, like this is Freedom Week, he wants to get as many ARs, quality ARs, in the hands of civilians in case they ever do something stupid and do another assault weapons ban. Mm-hmm. There's going to be hopefully a couple million ARs from Palmetto State Armory in every single state. And that's his goal, is keeping, he's not going to, we could have branded ourselves. Like I was saying, we have a $269 AR build kit that we could have sold it for $600 and branded ourselves, and said, and sold it for $600. Well, no, we're not going to. We want the common man to have an AR for right around $320 shipped. Okay. And that's his goal, is to put as much as he can, in as many ARs as he can, into the hands of citizens.
Okay. I think the reasoning behind that is that cost of entry is barriers that there's people putting up around the country to try to stop people from getting into guns. So, I think that's appreciated. I think the flip side of that, though, I'm not trying to be, super tough on you guys, but a little bit. I'm trying to be a little bit tough. Do you guys do things actively to protect the Second Amendment, whether it's just individual people in the company or the company itself by, donating to organizations, etc.?
We do. An exact list, I don't know. I don't work on that side of the marketing. Mm-hmm. That would be Logan. She's our marketing manager. I can get some more information on that. Mm-hmm. But I know that my brother was up in D.C. recently with executives from other firearms companies, and they were traveling and talking to people in Congress and working actively with pro 2A companies. Yeah. I know there's there's obvious turmoil with the NRA right now, and we had that, on our website, donating to the NRA. So that was something, and I know there's turmoil around it right now. Whether that needs to change or not, that's outside of it. But yes, we are active. It's just that I don't work in that department.
Right.
Neither does Dale.
Yeah.
So as far as giving giving money to pro 2A companies, I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to get you guys to list it out and all that, because I don't want to commit, get you to say things that someone's going to go, okay, let's see everything. I know you said there's someone who's in charge of that, but you guys do think about this. This is part of the mindset, right?
Absolutely, yes. And that's Logan, who's our marketing manager. Mm-hmm. That is her arena.
Yeah.
And just something that we can talk about a little bit smaller picture is with our retail locations locally, there's lots of organizations that they donate to, whether it be different police unions, different police organizations, veteran organizations, the NRA, and there's also conservation organizations like Ducks Unlimited, Quality Deer Management. The local retail stores actually donate and do a ton of events with them. And it's a lot easier to do it on the local level, because we can see where that money's going and how it's contributing to our community. But like he was saying with Logan, she does a lot of the stuff with the more national organizations and stuff that impacts the country versus just South Carolina and the individual states.
Yeah. How come we didn't get Logan? I mean, I've met Logan. She's really nice. I'd much rather talk to her than you guys. Okay, I'm just kidding, guys. They're like, and that's the end of dealing with it. Right there. No, Logan is cool. Yeah, she's probably actually like taking it easy right now, right? Working all day.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, let's get back to some other questions that people have coming in here. Rat Ride 1 wants to know if you guys have plastic injection molding machines.
We do not. We do not.
Okay.
We have a single source for all of our injected molded plastic, all of our furniture components.
Mm-hmm.
That are not other brands. Everything that's our brand, we have a single source for that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been it's not our company, but we've done a lot of supplier development work with those guys over the years, and we're really happy with what they do. So we just they're really good people. They're experts at what they do, and it's kind of hard to mess that up.
Okay. I've got some questions here about hiring and stuff like that. One person's asking me about the turnover, if the rate is high, but someone else is also asking me if you guys are hiring.
As far as turnover rate, I don't know off the top of my head. I know in my department, e-commerce, our turnover rate is not much at all. We lost one of our developers, but that was because he wanted to. We would have kept him. It wasn't an issue of money. It was he wanted to expand his portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
But we in e-commerce, very low turnover rate, and my understanding as a company as a whole, we have a very low turnover rate. We take care of our people.
Yeah. If you're promoting from within, there's people asking if you guys are hiring.
If you go to our website, if you go to our website to the careers tab, there's positions listed now.
Oh, okay. And everyone has to be within the state that you guys are in, or is it different?
No,
Okay.
we've actually, if you look in that careers tab,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times there's jobs that are posted down in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, cool.
Or not just here in Columbia, but over in Somerville at our at DC Machine. They post all the jobs in there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. We can't have PSA take over the entire country right now. But maybe sometime in the future. Did you see any other questions here, Babyface, that I'm missing? I know there's a bunch of comments.
Harry's Holsters
Yeah.
jokingly was asking what your electric bill is with 400 CNC machines. It's got to be astronomical.
Ridiculous.
It is. Yeah, it is. I'm not going to give a number, but I saw the electric bill at just one of the facilities.
It's
and
huge.
It was absolutely astronomical. It was unbelievable what the number was. I
Yeah.
never knew that a power bill could be that high.
Wow.
Our company loves you guys.
Yes.
Our CFO has a stroke on a regular basis, Mom.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. So, wow. That's got to be. Are you guys running the machines and everything 24 hours, or how many
Not
shifts?
all.
Oh, okay.
It's usually 2 shifts in most of the facilities. There are some of the places that only have 1 shift, but I don't think that we run a 3rd shift at any of the manufacturing facilities.
Yeah, only the assembly is where we run a 3rd shift. Not all the time, but where needed, we do run a 3rd shift.
Okay.
It's an assembly.
Yeah. Someone's asking about a binary trigger. I know you guys are getting into triggers. I don't know if you're thinking about binary stuff.
No, we haven't really talked about that. There's some there's a little scariness around that right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things you hate to put a lot of the development time in, and then no, you can't have those anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's one of the issues. And even when it comes to the politics, here's the thing that I think. We do need the companies to support the Second Amendment and all that, right? Like financially and talk about it on their social media and all that. But ultimately, it's going to come down to the people that vote. I think we all most likely vote here. We've got to, in our individual states as well as nationally, we have to keep pushing back. There's laws that are going into effect in places that are unconstitutional. They should not exist. We have to handle that before we ask people to invest heavily in these kinds of things, not knowing what the future of it is.
That's right. Absolutely right.
Let's see. Shoe Soul says, PSA not only listens to the customer, but they engage their customers, something that lacks in most businesses. That's a good thing. I don't know if you're seeing any questions here, Babyface. I'm trying to go through, but it's like things are popping up.
Harry's Holsters was also asking about sort of niche guns that you're coming out with, and I told him that I mentioned that you guys are talking about IDPA, USPSA stuff. Have you guys ever considered getting into the shotgun realm? I don't think you guys do anything shotgun-wise.
So
You look real comfortable with this question. I know.
So yes, we have thought about it, but the conversation is we would like to have an AR-based shotgun. So think about having a 12 gauge upper that you could snap to an AR-10 lower, and or an AR-10 style lower. Think of like a KS-47 styled AR-10
magazine fed.
Is anybody? Yeah. Nobody's doing that at the moment, are they?
They're not, and that's one of the things that's on our radar, but we haven't.
So,
feeding is always going to be the issue there, as you know, Babyface. We're testing stuff.
How many AR style shotguns have you seen just go out of existence because they're mediocre? You know, you can't do it mediocre. When that thing has got to run. You know, you want to see your 3-gun guys using that. You want to see it all over the place, and you can't do that with a mediocre gun.
Yeah, and the thing, like when we test these, we find a lot of times you have to use the very high-end ammo, which is a big drawback. Like, you know, I want that, but I want cheap ammo to go through it. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it too sometimes.
Yeah. So, please PSA though. I agree with Babyface P. Please make it and make it work.
BWE Firearms is asking, does your brother do any consulting with smaller firearms companies? Can he call and get some help, I guess is what he's asking.
If there's any inquiries, just email me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so listen, you guys know it's 8:20. We're going till 9 o'clock, right? But the MP5 question is going to come up again.
I've answered it like 4 times now.
So we're going to get this as people come in and out. So I know someone's, Kiaski says, dang it, I'm late. Did anyone ask where the PSA MP5 was? Laugh out loud. Dale is like, okay, this is how many times?
Yep. So, yes, it's coming. Promise.
Yeah.
Yes, it's coming.
Yes, it is.
We have employees asking him and us all the time, hey, when's it coming?
Yeah. Dale needs a shirt like, don't ask me about the MP5, please. Yeah.
You see me at SHOT Show, I'll have that shirt on.
Yeah. I saw you. Didn't I see you at SHOT Show? I think I did. Yeah, in the time that I stood in the booth. First of all, I came up to the booth and I was like, what's up with the MP5? And then after he answered, then another guy came, then another guy. Do you remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, I think there was a dude that actually came and like grabbed the 3D printed prototype, even though there's a big sign that says "Don't mess with this."
That was Mr. Guns and Gear.
No, was it? No. That was someone else that did this. No.
Yeah, this is a different time.
Yeah. No, Guns and Gear. I'm sure that Dell's okay doing it, but this dude was not okay. It was not okay. Yeah. See the look on Dale's face right now? That's the same look he had.
Yeah. Remember the wall, and we had a big sign: prototypes. Please do not touch. This guy just walks right up, looks at the sign, grabs the gun, and rips the tether out of the wall. And
yeah. It was so fun. I wish that I was rolling on that because it was so funny. Yeah. But you know. Okay, it happens. Let's see. Brian Quick says, since all marketing and gun industry is stuck in 1980s, PSA should embrace it and enclose in each order a surprise 80s music tape/CD like Billy Ocean. More marketing ideas for the yearly salary of $100K. Okay, so Brian Quick likes Billy Ocean. In case you guys don't
clearly,
know. Yeah. Every time we have guests come on, he has to ask a Billy Ocean question. So I don't know if you guys want to answer it. I'll let you figure it out. If you want to answer that, who wants to take it?
I don't even know what the question was.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah.
It was just like a suggestion of including 80s music in your packaging, I think, for some odd reason.
We just revamped our packaging. It's slick.
Yeah.
If he wants to donate all of his cassettes, we'll gladly put one in each package.
Yeah.
until they run out, they'll go out to people.
Brian Quick is just trying. Every time people come on, he wants to ask a Billy Ocean question. That's what's going on. Listen, if I don't know if Billy Ocean's ever going to do anything that becomes a meme, you guys better have a Billy Ocean lower ready. That's all I can say. Brian Quick will buy all of them.
Imposter brought up a good question that I was thinking, but I didn't think to ask it. Is it a requirement there to have a beard to work at PSA?
It's just a strong recommendation.
Yeah.
Even the ladies have beards.
I'm not even messing with that one. I who usually get in trouble, I am staying out of that, babyface. Yeah. Dude Abide says shout out to Guns and Gear. Guns and Gear is cool, right? You guys have a cool relationship with him, right?
Oh yeah. Yep. Mike is a great guy. He on the affiliate realm. I work with him, and also just getting firearms out to him. Just I talk to him on a regular basis and stuff. And he's going to be getting an AKV here pretty soon for him to test, and he's going to be getting, I believe, what was it?
KS-47.
KS-47 Gen 2, and nice. So yeah, he's going to be getting a lot more stuff. He's a real good guy.
Yeah. I mean, I probably don't say it enough, but I do really think Guns and Gear is a good guy. I was actually saying that to Babyface today privately about something else. He's
nice.
Yeah, he's a great dude, and he's always he's always supported me since I've been doing this thing. So, shout out to Guns and Gear, and folks like looking at his videos, and he just has a real cool, easygoing attitude. Plus, he has the shiniest ball head I've ever seen.
Yes, I agree with you, Hank. He's very, very laid back, doesn't get worked up. And he genuinely cares. He's not cocky. We all know certain characters. But he's just a good guy who cares about the Second Amendment, and just very laid back, real good guy.
Yeah. Can't say enough good things about him. Let's see. Okay, so Billy Phoenix says he better get the serial number 01 on that.
My brother would disagree on that one.
Yeah, you can't get serial number 1. You're going to have to settle for 2. Did Billy Ocean do any songs? I don't know. Do you guys know who Billy Ocean is, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not going to happen.
I was going to do this. Believe me, I was going to give the same reaction.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Did Billy Ocean, since you want to know, did Billy Ocean do any gun songs? That's the first thing. If he did any pro-gun songs, then maybe that's a start. If we can't find it, then we're going to have to leave him out of it. Pixamite says, Hank, just poking fun with the PSA guys. Is the guy on the right anyway related to Ben Affleck? I see a resemblance here.
Thanks, but no.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. Let's see here.
His girlfriend liked that one. Now I can tell you.
Yeah.
Kioski says, I have an AKV9 but haven't shot it yet. I'm a horrible person.
Yeah. How do you have an AKV9 that you? What's wrong?
I know,
with
that's
you?
crazy talk.
Yeah.
There's so many people that would be jealous of him just for having it, let alone
Exactly.
I am jealous. I am jealous of that. I am jealous.
That is the most fun gun that we make. That is if you ever want to just go grab a couple boxes of bullets and go shoot, that's the gun to do it with. That is the most fun gun that we make.
Yeah. And
Try one out.
yeah, and I'm not mistaken. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I know that if people have like original versions and stuff like that, right, and there's any issues and they need upgrades, they can just send it back to you guys.
Absolutely, yeah. Just contact us. We'll send you a prepaid UPS call tag, and we'll fix it. That I know of. All of them have been fixed. From my understanding, there was a few that folks just wanted a refund, and we still fixed the guns. We use those as demos, like with affiliate and stuff. But that I'm aware of, every single gun has been fixed.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, Armament and Axes also commenting on how someone looks. He says, Dale looks like a young Ruben Blades, yes or no?
Again, I have
He
no
probably
idea.
has no... Ruben Blades, come on. This is like... I know who that is. That's like a... Yeah, Ruben Blades, I think, is like a Puerto Rican salsa singer or something like that. I mean, these are so.
He's obscure.
I'm telling you, what the hell are you gun guys listening to?
Oh man.
Seriously, I mean, come on, say he looks like Drake or 50 Cent or something like that. You can understand that. What kind of music do you guys listen to while we're on that?
I like everything. Seriously, I mean, country, rock and roll, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I like country, old 80s fan.
Absolutely.
Really an 80s fan of almost anything from old, the real 70s, 80s Chicago to even some old contemporary Christian, stuff from growing up in my roots and stuff.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with 80s. Everything in the 80s was good, man. That's when music was music. They were in all these separate categories. Yeah, what was that?
I'm just a big old Cash fan. Johnny's where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. I respect that. Okay, Richard Hughes wants to know what PSA guns were in the work. No, bolt guns. You guys have bolt guns in the works?
We don't, but it is something that we toss around regularly. So we have meetings about once a month to kind of understand what our direction is as far as a development team and what we want to do. And I really want to do a bolt gun, but it's a personal mission of mine.
Right.
As a company, as a team, we haven't decided to go for that yet.
Because the first fight's going to be what caliber?
Yeah, absolutely. It would have to be one of the more modern long range calibers for sure.
6.5.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Or 6mm, or yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh Fowler, who makes all your AR parts, lowers, barrels, etc. It's all made in house. I don't know if you guys want to touch on that again for newbies coming into the show, but
yeah. So we can. We all of our barrels that we sell are made in house, except for the cold hammer forged barrels. Those are sourced from another major popular company. Our uppers and lowers are all made in house. So we do most of the forgings ourselves, but we do buy some forgings for the uppers and lowers, but most of them are done in house. All of the machining is done in house. Things like charging handles are done. We do that. We do buffer tubes. We do buffers. Parts kit stuff we still buy. Springs we still buy. Small parts that are hard to do, like flash hiders, we still buy. We just today got the tooling in to start machining front sight bases for the front sight base AR. So those are ours now.
Cool.
Like we talked about earlier, it's one step at a time. We're trying to get every part of that gun under our own roof, so we control our own destiny by doing that.
Barrel extensions recently, I believe.
Yes.
DC machine. We started all of our barrel extensions. We're making ourselves anything that's really cost effective. Springs. You're never going to be able to make 10 million springs, and you have to do that in order to make it profitable. So, but anything that we can make money on and we're going to do that.
Yeah. Why are flash hiders so difficult?
They're not difficult, but they are very cheap to buy, and if you're not set up to make millions of them, they're expensive to make. Right. So right now we can buy them cheaper than we can make them.
Yeah. Let's see. We got a couple of things here. The Tyven Show wants to know if you guys are going to do 338 Lapua.
If we were to ever do a bolt gun, I'm sure that would be on the table. Yes, but we are not. We are not pursuing a bolt gun at the moment.
Okay. Len Holt wants to know of the 4 AKV colors, which one is the requested the most?
The flat dark earth.
Okay, that makes sense.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's the coolest color.
Yeah.
It's the best color.
Okay. All Thumbs wants to know. Oh, I can't argue that, actually. Oh, you know what? OD Green is cool. OD Green's
pretty good, too.
Yeah.
But Flat Dark Earth.
I miss foliage green. I mean, I know that was one of my favorites. I know Magpul got rid of it, but I kind of liked it.
Really?
Better than me. Dark Earth was my favorite, and foliage was my second.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw something out here right quick. Before long, none of those will be the most popular. It will be the wood forend with the triangle side folding pistol brace.
Oh.
Will be out before long, too.
Yeah, don't start that.
So I have the 3D printed prototype of that on my desk now.
Oh, boy. Okay, Dale, you remember you started this.
Yep, I did.
Just remember that. All Thumbs says any California compliant guns from PSA. I know we were talking about compliance. I don't think we specifically hit California.
With California, we send in stripped lowers in. They go in due to the California laws. They go in as a rifle, but it's up. So we ship uppers and rifle build kits into California, and it's up to you to make it California compliant. And because even within California, local laws, it's not like South Carolina where Charleston can pass a law where they'll say, hey, we have an assault weapons ban. They actually have one. But it has no force of law because the state says you can't make any laws that supersede ours. Well, California's different. So Oakland can have city laws that trump the state law. And so we send in the strip lower as a rifle, and it's up to you to then buy the kit and make it California compliant.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a comment from Kiaski that gave us $5. He says, what did the guy in the back do? I think he's talking about Ty, to get forced to stand for the entire show. We didn't make ties.
This was technical difficulties.
Yeah, we had multiple computers set up, but one of them went down.
Yeah. So this is the best way to have the guys on, and actually that's why most of the time here we just have the full screen of these guys. They're fun guys. They're taking all different questions. Babyface, let me know if there's stuff. Billy Phoenix wants 50 BMG. Richard Monder wants 20 millimeter. Okay, sure. 187 Hyde wants short 300 black bolt pistol, which actually sounds cool. I like that. And A8 VSC Rabbit says, please, PSA, take over the American-made Kalashnikov market.
We're working on it.
Yep.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Yes.
We talked about the AK-74 earlier.
Mm-hmm.
We are also doing an AKE, which is the AK Enhanced. So that will have instead of the separate gas block and front sight base, it'll have a combo block with a proprietary flash hider on that. It'll have a nickel boron bolt, nickel boron carrier and bolt.
Mm-hmm.
It'll have a hammer forged FN barrel, and I think it'll be a side folder.
Really?
It'll have a rail dust cover and a side folder.
Holy crap! Then that is an AK right there.
Yeah.
It's AK, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
When is that coming out?
It'll be shortly, around the same time as the 74, probably within the next 6 months.
Oh, you guys are making me excited.
Yeah.
If you go into my office right now, right, there's 4 of us guys in there, and each of us on our closet, we have a list of what's going on, right, and we update that daily, and the dates either move in or move out by a day or two, depending on how the day goes. But I mean, Boss Man's tracking that as tight as possible. He's not letting us slip on those dates. So. Oh,
cool.
Hopefully this stuff comes out. You guys will see it pretty soon.
Yeah, you're going to be completely 100% gray by SHOT Show. I'm just telling you. Let's see. Mr. Saving the Day says PSA K47 is on my radar. What makes yours different than some others out there I should consider?
So American made.
There you go.
It's all American made.
If you want to watch Robski's 5,000 round torture tests, it passed. Whereas a lot of others, I'm not going to name companies, a lot of others,
So we actually have we have one of our engineers is responsible for the AK program, right? So he's the lead AK engineer, and he has put in countless hours of metallurgical analysis on bolts and trunnions and trying to find out what hardness you have on one part, how it wears to the next part, and there's so much. So you think the gun's been built for 60-something years, right? But even today, us trying to reverse engineer it, there's so much work we've had to put into that to get everything the way it is now. And those guns are, they are just
so. So I was going to ask you guys, when you guys started building the AK-47s, you didn't build off of a set of prints. Like, you weren't able to get a Bulgarian or Russian or whatever set of prints to tell you specs for everything. You had to kind of reverse engineer.
Yeah, we got parts kits from all over the place and reverse engineered them.
Whew.
Yeah, that's not easy.
That's tough. Wow.
Well, and then also, if you think about this, I think that the AK market is like, it's really opening up here in America. I think lots of people are going. I think we're oversaturated with ARs. I know that may sound bad to some people, but I think we're oversaturated, and people are looking for that.
But I don't know if oversaturated is the right word, but I do understand that they're getting a lot more mainstream, and new and exciting is what sells, right? So the AKs they're getting to be new and exciting, and what we're seeing is we're getting away from the customers that were expecting a Yugo clone exact to the rivet shape. You're getting away from that a little bit, and the guys are understanding that, hey, this is an American-made AK. Yeah, the rivets are perfectly domed instead of oblong or whatever they are, but it's still it's a fully engineered, re-engineered American-made gun that really works. It's I don't know. You're right. It's a new market.
Yeah,
it's an emerging market.
I'm not complaining. I think that's going to be great for people in terms of options and things like that. I would love to see you guys do a bullpup AK, by the way.
There was actually a question about if you guys are getting into bullpups at all.
So there's no plan to, and no, that's not on our radar.
I'm sensing that Dale is anti-bullpup.
I'm not. I have a 10.5-inch AR that I will do anything with that a bullpup could ever do. So I like them because they're cool, but as far as functionality, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I vote Groza. If you're gonna get a bullpup, do a 74 Groza. I need a Groza in my life.
Yeah, okay. I'll take anything just to get a bullpup in there. I'm just a bull. I like collecting bullpups, so that's my thing. I couldn't argue with you, Dale. I think that, I see exactly where you're coming from. I just think bullpups are cool because of the cool factor.
They are.
Yeah.
And that's all the reason you need to own a gun. It's cool. I like it. I want it. That's a perfectly acceptable reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. I don't know if there's some other things. Let me see what. Okay, 803 Salad Shooter. I'm trying to get in people that didn't get a chance to get anything in here. He says, I'd like to formally thank PSA for sending me so many customers. With me being an FFL within 2 miles of their Fernandina store, I get a ton of transfers from online customers who select the wrong FFL.
I was wondering where that was going.
Yeah, okay. And then 187 Hyde says, Hank, it's screw machines versus CNC machines for the flash hiders. So I guess that's what makes it different to manufacture. Okay.
Maybe that's the case. We do have some Swiss machines, some screw machines, and that's. But we did run some flash hiders. We ran it on a standard CNC lathe with a bar feeder. I don't know that you get a lot of advantage from a screw machine, but maybe you do. Maybe you make that investment and you can make them faster than we could.
Yeah.
Not going to argue with that for sure.
If that's your thing, go out there, do it, and then start selling the parts to PSA.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't listen. People will make that their business plan. Let's see. Jumpy Killer QX says, "What forge machines are you using for the AK-47, and where did you get it from? Are you sending it to another nearby company?" So,
no, I don't know that we can talk. I don't know the model number of the machines, and I don't know that we would be.
The CEO of the company probably wouldn't want us, divulging exactly, the name of the machine, the, our forge, exactly where the forging company is and whatnot. Yeah. It's there's not many in the U.S.
Yeah.
And it's more of a it's one of those things that we try and be a very open company. We we're on there on the interwebs all over the place, on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube, on forums, engaging customers. And we're an open company, like I said before in your program, customers and FFLs, anybody who wants to get a tour of PSA facilities, feel free to email me anytime. There's always an open invitation, but there's certain things that you don't talk about.
I agree with you on that. We don't need people protesting or whatever, making it difficult. we don't need that. So from a gun guy point of view, I completely 100% understand where you're coming from on that. Glenn E. Bowling kind of has 2 questions here. He says, KS47, will you get the numbers up? And he also wants to know, will there be a KS74, which I think we did touch something on that.
Yep. So I don't understand the question. Will you get the numbers up?
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
I asked him what he meant by that. I wasn't sure what he meant.
They're in stock on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah, yeah, those are out there. So let me see. And then he's talking about the KS74, which you also, yeah.
Yep, we've already covered.
Yep. So KS74 is in our line of sight. We are actually going to try to do that on the same lower and just have like the magazine retention pins interchangeable, so you can change a couple pins, and then it's a 74 lower. But the actual the physical dimensions of the magazine are different enough that we weren't able to do that. But yeah, we are going to do that. I've got these sample barrels for those already coming in, and I've had the bolts for a while. So as soon as I get all the parts, I'll run some prototypes and
Cool.
We'll go shoot them.
Okay. Go ahead.
I've seen this a bunch of times. Have you guys done an AR-45?
We did for a couple of years. We did those, and so and the purchasing manager is actually on me about once a month about those, because he's sitting on inventory of barrels that he'd like to be able to use up.
Mm-hmm.
But we had some problems with inconsistent lowers from our suppliers, and the main thing that we were seeing is the mag height, the location of the mag catch, which drove the mag height, was all over the place. And you'd get, I could build 3 guns out of one batch, and they would run 100% all day long. And I could go to the next box of lowers and build a gun out of that, and the thing wouldn't get 3 rounds without jamming. Mm-hmm. And it's just hard to isolate that. So we they never were big sellers, mm-hmm. but we just decided to hold off on making any more of those until we had time to figure it out.
Okay. That brings up a question that I had, and let me know if if this is sensitive. But I've noticed you guys are expanding a lot and doing a lot of your own building. Is that because of some of the inconsistencies with different suppliers?
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. So everybody, you hear people say, "Well, that's not made to spec. That's not made to the print." Well, whose print is it? How do you know it's not made to print? You didn't make the print for it. Well, if we own the company that's making the parts, if we're making those parts ourselves, they're making them to my print. So I know exactly what those parts should be. I know exactly what those tolerances should be. I know that if I'm having an issue on a lower, I can go correct that part right away. I can make that change, and I can make new parts the same day I find that something's wrong. So mm-hmm. it makes my reaction time, or our reaction time as an engineering team, a lot faster. I don't have to go through somebody else's engineering change process and wait 2 months for them to get new drawings. I can do it that day. I can make new parts that day, test the solution, implement the solution, and get back in production.
Yeah, Dale is that rare kind of engineer. I think, Josiah, that he's not only an engineer, but he's also practical. It's not that doesn't actually happen a lot. Trust me, my father has a master's degree in metallurgical engineering. He has no practicality. I know how that goes down. So it's cool that you're practical and then you're still an engineer as well, Yeah. Let me see. Okay, Nathan Stoltz wants to know, Glock uppers with RMR. Cut. Is that...
I think that's... we talked about that a little bit, right?
Did we? Okay, I forgot now. We went through some... Yeah.
It's the same thing. So if PSA... Keep your eye open for a PSA handgun, and... if we do something like that, it won't have an RMR cut to start with, but that will be an upgrade. That will be an option shortly thereafter.
Yeah, it's gonna
hypothetically, if it were ever to exist.
Yeah, listen, I'm pretty happy that folks are really enjoying you guys being on, and I know there's a bunch of so many questions that like some of them were hitting. But, listen, we're going to have, we've got a decent relationship with the guys from Palmetto State Armory. We will get them to come on. I don't know if we'll get everyone that's here right now, but, we'll get them to come on here from time to time. What is this? Kiaski wants to know from you guys, do you ever have a company shoot? Think company picnic / family fun day, but shooting range?
Yes, we do. We actually just had, our last one got rained out. It's company picnic for even all of our sister companies, and we go outside, dunk tank, huge kids playhouse, inflatable playhouse. We do have picnics like that. It's recently been rescheduled. Our customer service department, they even take it within our departments. So our customer service department, a lot of the folks who are answering the phones and answering emails don't know the technical side. So shout out to our customer service manager, Zach. He takes them out shooting every once in a while, and gets an AR-10, gets an AR-15, just shows them the basic, how to disassemble a bolt, how to put it back together, and common questions they get when they're answering the phone. They're like, well, this is the answer to the top 10 most common questions. In our e-commerce department, I'm getting ready to organize a shoot to take all the e-commerce folks out. And if they don't enjoy guns, a lot of times they will end up enjoying guns, but most of the folks that work here do enjoy firearms.
Yeah.
And as far as my department goes, there are days where I am so tired of shooting that I never want to see it again. So we get to do it all the time as a team, and so I'm not on the AK development team, but when something happens and they need to go run 10,000 rounds through a gun, we'll all team up together and we'll go knock it out in a day. But
do you guys have any in-house facilities for shooting, or do you have like a particular range?
So we have, PSA has an outdoor range, and most of our testing goes on at that outdoor range.
Sweet. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, cool. I think I'll also be doing something coming up sometime soon with these guys, and I'll share that with you guys when I do it. Let me see. Okay. This is not me, Dale. This is Charles Holshift says, will PSA make a bullpup? That's two people. That's two people. Come on. Do I need to get Dale's email address so I can get all the bullpup fans to email him and make the requests?
No, you can just give it to Josiah. He'll read
You'll field all of them for you.
That's secretary.
That got passed on real quick. Let's see. Did you see anything, any other stuff going on here? Alec F1 says, you guys are blowing my mind and my future bank account.
I know. So what? We got 9 minutes left.
Yeah.
Do you guys mind touching on Freedom Week? What's going on with Freedom Week? I noticed it on the website. I haven't looked at any advertising. Is it just big sales or something?
Absolutely. We've got a huge focus on Freedom Week was our AK line. We've got the standard your polymer standard furniture in black, a side folder, which we haven't had in about a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. So we have that in stock. We had three different colors of all the colors of the Zukov. We had a Zukov MOEs, and long story short, almost every single AK was in stock, including our new wood furniture one. And we put them all on sale. And if you take a look at our website, just go to the daily deals or click on the Freedom banner. We've got all kinds of AR kits on sale. We had bulk carrier groups for $49.99. The kits, like I mentioned, I believe it was $259, $269.99, and on up. We had a railed version for $299 that included. It wasn't just the mil-spec rattle furniture. It actually was good stuff. So it's very low prices, and just getting as much as we can out there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see.
I just finished building for my channel an AK from a parts kit. I'm wondering if I need to do an 80% build with a PSA with one of those $280 kits and be like, for $300 or $320, this is what you can get.
Yep.
It's a pretty sweet deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've had people before been like, that thing's not going to go up against my XYZ gun.
Be surprised.
When I was in Las Vegas at a summit, I ran across a guy. He had a little tactical shop, and I went in there. I was surprised he was selling Black Rifle coffee and all kinds of tactical T-shirts. And he told me, he's like, you guys put out some cheap stuff. He said, but it's not going to compare to my XYZ. I said, give me your business card. I wrote down his address on the back of it, and I sent him one. And he put it up against his gun that he thought was superior, and he shot exactly the same. So he spent $100 on a gun, and he was amazed that our $300 gun shot just as good as his. So occasionally people challenge me and say, your stuff's not as good as XYZ, and I'll challenge them and say, here's a free gun, go shoot it, have fun.
Don't put that out there, Josiah.
We're not afraid to put our stuff out there.
Yeah, but don't put that out there because people will be challenging you just to get.
I don't think you got a good gun. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think you guys can make a good enough bullpup. I don't.
Oh God, here we go. It needs to be integrally suppressed too, right?
Challenge.
Yeah, Dell's like, yeah, that's not me. I don't take those challenges. Whatever. Morpheus W says, stop making guns. You're gonna get me divorced. Let's see. I know there's a whole bunch of things going on here. I don't know. I want to get in some questions. Safety Harbor Firearms, Walter, he's checking in on us. He says CNC lathe with live tooling. Well, I don't know what Walter means by that.
Replying to somebody else that had they were asking something about how to cut.
Oh, okay, that was random then. That was random.
That's totally random.
Yeah. John Gillian wants me to ask about the AR-45 ACP pistol. Are they coming back out with it? Yes, I think we just hit that one.
That's the one that I was.
Yeah. Let's see. What other questions are going through here? Everybody's saying what's up to Walter because Walter came in. This is how far back I am. Okay, all monkeys all the time? All monkeys all the time. Will PSA be jumping into the suppressor market? Love your products. Good question.
So we touched on this earlier too. Yes, I want to. We as a team want to. There are, and we are able legally to do so, but it does incur some more strenuous
regulations.
Yeah, and we haven't got that clear with our compliance manager yet, but we're trying.
Okay.
We want to.
Yeah. Dude Abide says here, I'll read his comment. He says, thanks to Hank and PSA for the show. I've had a 60-40 impression of PSA due to ignorance, but I can tell you guys are open, honest, and care about the industry. PSA will get my future business. AKV ASAP. There you go. Just meet Josiah somewhere and challenge him. And then it's on.
Sometimes do it. Sometimes.
Yeah. Captain Shark says bring back the AR-45. Had to get that one in. And A8 VSC Rabbit says Bakelite furniture for the AKs, please. That's...
is that even possible?
Yeah, come on. How is that going to be?
Yeah.
I love the size.
I get it. I do. But I think we maybe could make a look-alike, but I don't know that you can actually do real Bakelite anymore.
Yeah. What was the formula for that even?
I don't know, but it was back before petroleum-based plastics or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's guaranteed to be super illegal right now to even consider doing.
Probably made of asbestos.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Let's see. Someone says, J. Key says, any plans for SVDK or other Dragunov rifles? Yes.
Yeah. So, well, maybe not Dragunov, but we are, after the AK-74 and AKE, there is an RPK horizon.
Okay.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, so that's different though because those trunnions are bigger, different receivers and all that. So it's a little bit more involved, but it's that is on our plate.
Yeah. Here's a quick comment. I know we got a couple minutes here. PSA with the Alien 51 lower release, willing to deliver to September 20th shindig in Nevada? ? They want to know, will you deliver those to the shindig in Nevada? No one should be around that place on that day. Yeah.
I don't want to get shot.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There's not going to be an FFL in that area.
Actually, one note for the website, guys. If customers are seeing complete rifles out of stock, check and see what we have for lowers and complete uppers. A lot of times you'll see that you can still build that exact same rifle, but you'll be able to buy it as a complete lower and a complete upper. And we're doing a big push on the complete lowers and uppers right now because we're allowing customers to go in and build things a little bit more to what they're looking for versus just what we're offering.
Yeah. And it's cheaper pricing too. You know, if you buy a complete lower and a complete upper, we don't have to pass along the, I believe it's 11% excise tax onto you. So that's why people ask a lot of times, why do you offer uppers and lowers separate? Well, if you buy it and put it together, the federal government doesn't get that extra 11%.
Yeah, I forgot that was a whole thing. It's smaller manufacturers don't like. What was it, like under 50 guns a year or something? You don't have to pay that, but
Yeah.
for you guys, it's not even close. Yeah, that's in the next 20 minutes. You guys will hit that.
Let's see. James Miller gave us some money here. He says, would PSA ever manufacture ammo? We're gonna have that be the last question.
I don't know that we'll manufacture ammo anymore. We used to. We did some reman ammo for a while, but we may actually do some ammo development using one of the major ammo companies and have a round that we develop.
Okay, cool. There's lots of people thanking you guys, so I want to make sure I get in all the thanks. There's lots of people thanking everyone there. What would anyone from, if it's all of you guys or just one of you, what would you guys like to leave our audience with here so far as last words? We would love to have you guys come back on, by the way. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just I appreciate all those customers. I mean, they keep the lights on here. They keep us in, they keep us working. And we'll keep doing the best we can to get you guys innovative, fresh products as fast as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. And just make sure that, everyone who's tuning in, if you're enjoying having like PSA Palmetto State in here, make sure you go check out their social media, Check them out, hit them up, tell them that you heard about them through us or you saw them here on the show. You already heard of them, I know that, so... but tell them that that you caught the show and all that stuff, and let them know. Babyface, do you have any final words here before we?
No, I think I got most of my questions in. So when's the PSA MP5 coming out?
Oh boy.
No, I'm good. I think I got most of my questions in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys check out Babyface P on all social media, YouTube, and all that kind of stuff.
I have a video going live very shortly.
Yes, he does.
It won't be for everybody, but if it helps a couple people, then I'm happy to hear it.
Yes, cool. And so do I. I've got something coming up here pretty soon, right after the show. But let's leave it here with the PSA guys. Listen, I really want to thank you guys, Josiah, Ty, and Dale. Did I get it right? See, I'm terrible. But
Yes, you did.
Yeah. We got to remember Ty. Ty stood up most of this time.
He did.
So, yeah, extra kudos to him. Thanks a lot for coming on, guys. It's been fun. I think people enjoyed all these questions getting answered and all that kind of stuff. So if people have any other stuff, who should they reach out on social media or to anyone specifically?
Yeah, I mean, if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to us on Facebook. We're on AR15.com, or if they've got a more specific question that they know can't get answered on a forum, or just have they can email me at Josiah, JOSIAH, at PalmettoStateArmory.com.
Yeah, awesome. All right, that's pretty much it. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us all night here. Babyface P for joining in, the guys from PSA. We're going to be back tomorrow. It was good seeing you guys. Hope you got
this is fun.
Yes, thanks, y'all.
Yeah, it's been a great show. Thanks a lot, Palmetto State Armory. We are out of here. We'll see you.